Hello, my name's Jules. Welcome to The Secret Mind. Apologies for the facial hair. I'm in a play soon, next month. So I've spent quite a bit of time doing tech stuff and organisational stuff to clean these things up. So I've only got time to do some poems. I'm reading from this book now. I've pre-screened these this time, so they're not random. I've got 4 for you, I think. They're only short. A few poignant and a couple funny. Maybe just the last one funny, I can't quite remember. So let's just do that, then we can all go home. And this will take us in collected poems to the end of the first book. There's a few poem books inside it. Anyway, this is called Does a Bad Curtain Call Ruin a Show? So he's a poet, a performing poet, a performance poet, but this could be just you leaving a party or leaving the pub. I'm never any good at goodbyes. I feel too much pressure to produce some sort of fitting climax, as though fulfilling a duty or observing the constraints of an art form. It's the unalterable finality I feel looming, like a punchline that you know is not going to work. A polite thank you and good night never seems sufficient. We expect. He'll pull something from up his sleeve, you'll see. It'll end with a bang, the big finale. It's not over till the fat lady sings. He'll have held something special back. Always save the best till last. Wait for the fireworks. There's bound to be fireworks. I'm stood at the door again, having said all I've got to say, having had a great time, nervous that I could spoil it all in 3 seconds. Am I the only one who feels that there's too much onus on the notion of climax? Am I lacking in stamina, character, goodwill? Are people so fickle? The last thing you say colours every other gesture? Are people's memories so short they cannot cast their minds back to 5 or 10 minutes before the end? I can never kiss that much more than I kissed at the height of my passion. I can never wave that better wave, exert that extra effort, surpass everything that's gone before. So a thank you and good night will have to suffice. Of course, if I do happen to make a grand exit, 2 minutes later, I have to return, having forgotten my hat. There's something in there for us all to take, I think. Irish goodbyes and how do you prep the final word? Something like that. A prayer for the hesitant. Oh no, I'm not doing that one. I didn't care for it. A message to my species. This is for men who haven't who've stopped their reproduction. There we go. I will not live on. My son will be the last of me. My evolutionary line is going out in a blaze of indifference. I quite like that. Our little joke on the selfish gene. Our snub to the scramble for permanence and immortality. The rest of the universe will just have to get on without me and my family and our genetic material. This is the summit of our possibility, the culmination of millions of years' preparation, a wondrous cascade of consequence, a glorious accident embraced. Thank you, life. Thank you, universe. We'll have the best time we can. Then you're on your own. Try not to fuck it up. That's because Henry Normal's son, I think, is not expected to have kids, so he writes that. But that would apply also to other people who have chosen not to have kids, or ended up not having them for one reason or another. That is the end of that first book, and then the book breaks into, I guess, a second volume within the collected poems called Travelling Second Class Through Hope. These are short and therefore quick. Embarrassed like the moon at midday. I set my watch 30 minutes fast this morning and watched myself sleep a while, touching the edges of the universe, others existing only in dreams. I pulled back the curtains and witnessed the world coping without me. All day I caught the change in people as I entered their lives, saw how differently they behaved before I arrived. It was as if I was watching them dressing. Tomorrow, I'll set my watch back an hour to see how other edges close in as I leave. See myself as ghost in other dreams. So it's an interesting change of how you change your perspective about things. I used to do night shifts, and although I didn't particularly like being up in the middle of the night, driving around for the police, going to police stations as a medic. The beautiful silence of the night was appealing. If you had to be there, the roads were quiet. Everything was calm. When the sun eventually broke through, you could hear the birds tweeting. It was a different world. It was just a different planet at those times. You can see why that would appeal to people in the longer term. The people who shop in the middle of the night, or people who choose night shifts in hospitals or elsewhere. See myself as ghost in other dreams. There we go. Finally, here we go. Called Sans Pretension. We say cul-de-sac. And I think he's actually remembered how to rhyme in this one, so we can all kick our heels in the air for that. We say cul-de-sac to make dead ends sound sunny. We say nouveau riche instead of working class with money. We call art avant-garde when we don't understand it. Jumble sales sell bric-a-brac, which must be French for shit. Let's call a spud. No more lies or elaborate word contortions. Chips are chips, not pommes frites or French fries. Why say haute cuisine when you mean smaller portions? No more saying we had a tete-a-tete when you mean you've been nagging, bragging, or just chin-wagging. And no more calling it a ménage à trois when you just mean 3 people shagging. So there you are, Henry Normal's collected poems. Quick one for today. See you tomorrow.